Good morning, my fellow artists. Today I am going to show you how I apply gold or silver leaf to my trays, to my home decor trays. I'll show you an example here. This one's finished. You can see the veins of gold running through it. That's the gold leaf. And another example is one of my acrylic pours on which I also add gold leaf. I do the silver leaf as well, and so today I am going to show you the whole process. It's very simple, very easy. You just have to practice a little bit to kind of get the hang of it. All you need is some metal leaf. I buy this composition metal leaf, Mona Lisa, and I think it might be $10 or $15 for a package. This is the gold, this is the silver. I believe it also comes in copper and maybe other colors as well. So that's the leafing, and then you need some kind of glue to apply it. And this is what I use and I love it. It's called Adhesive Size, the same brand, Speedball Mona Lisa. And you will need a couple of brushes. I use a very, very thin, fine tip brush to apply to make the veins for the gold leaf, because I like fine details, but you can use any kind of brush. And then a bigger brush for at the end when you're clearing away the excess metal leaf. You also want something that you can stir the adhesive size with. You don't want to shake it up and get it all bubbly, but you should give it a stir before you begin. And then also just make sure your surface is clean. So you can wipe it, you can use a vacuum cleaner and just, lift off all the dust. Just make sure if you are wiping it that you're using a lint-free cloth. And also you don't want to use obviously a cleaner or even water, because you might mess up the surface of your painting. So I am painting on, I'm going to be adding gold leaf to this decorative tray. And if you want to see how I made the tray, I will link the video below in the description. I make a bunch of these trays using acrylic pour techniques on the wood, and then finish them with gold or silver leaf and resin on the top. So they can be used for home decor, coffee tables, serving food, whatever. Okay, so let's get into the process. The first thing we're gonna do is stir up, we're gonna give the adhesive size, which is the glue, a stir. These craft sticks are so cheap and they're just the best because you can just throw them away when you're done. And then all you do is dip your brush in and apply the glue wherever you want gold leaf to go. For my trays, I like to kind of follow the veins of the paint design. I like to make them kind of squiggly, and I like there to be variation. I like it to look more natural, I guess, and not planned. I do think, see, this has got 3 running through it. I do consider the composition before I start. I want it to look, even but not planned. 3 is always a good number. I also like, having some pieces that branch out like this one does. You can apply it however you like, but I am gonna go ahead and figure this one out. You have a long time to do this. The glue won't dry before you're ready to put on the gold leaf. You're actually supposed to wait about 20 to 30 minutes before applying gold leaf to the adhesive size. And all the instructions are on the back of here, and it tells that really clearly. So when you put it on, it's going to look kind of milky white. And after 20 or 30 minutes, it becomes clear, and that's the point when you want to lay on the leaf. So you don't have to rush, which is nice. So I'm gonna start my timer right now, so I make sure I'm starting the leaf about 20 or 30 minutes after now. And here we go. It's helpful when you're applying this, make a mental note or even sketch out where you put it, because when it becomes clear and it's time to put on the gold leaf, sometimes you can forget where you laid the leaf or where you laid the adhesive. It's not a big deal, but it's helpful if you can remember. There's no right or wrong to where you put this stuff, but you'll experiment and you'll get used to what you like, the look of. I'm just dragging my paintbrush along really lightly, wiggling it back and forth. Following the lines of my painting. So I've got one kind of big one in the middle, and I've got one over here, and I think I'll go along this side over here. Whenever I paint one of these trays, I like it after I'm done painting. And I really like it with the gold leaf on. I think it adds a lot, adds a touch of luxe. And then I love it with the resin on at the end, which makes it look glassy and shiny. So I accidentally got a little bit of the adhesive onto the side of my tray, and I just want the gold leaf on the bottom and not the side. So I'm just gonna take a little towel and wipe that off. I don't know if I need it to be wet. I don't think so. Just wipe it before it starts to get tacky. I could stop there, or I could keep adding. I think I'll add just a little bit more. Look for areas of the painting that I like to accent and bring out. There. Okay, so right away I'm gonna wash my brush. And while this adhesive is drying for the next 20 minutes, I'm gonna grab another tray and put adhesive on that one and just kind of do a few at a time while I'm waiting. And I'll see you when we come back to add on the metal leaf. Okay, it's been almost 20 minutes and I'm not seeing the adhesive anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply the leaf. I'm not gonna wait the whole 30 minutes. I think my lines were just thin enough that it dried quicker. So I'm gonna take out the gold for this one over to the side here. I don't want any of the pieces to fall on yet. Okay, so it comes in these really, really delicate little sheets. And they're so thin that it can be a little bit hard to manage. So I'm gonna take some out here and just lay it on where I hopefully remember I put the adhesive. Just lay it gently down. No need to press it on yet or anything. Make sure your hands are clean and dry because this stuff can stick. So I'm gently just pressing down and I'm finding where my line of glue is here. Try to press down the gold leaf fairly flat rather than crumpling it up. It just gives a little bit different look. You can certainly crush it up and press it on there too. But I think the smoother finish of the flat gold leaf looks a little nicer. Okay, so now that it's on here, I'm just gonna kind of tear away some of the extra I don't want to waste. And I'm going to put this over on this side and continue my line. Okay, so I'm just gently pressing it down and the extra is coming up a little bit. I'm gonna leave that there. I think I've got that whole vein covered. And I've got to find my other spots. Don't worry if you do forget where you put your where you put your adhesive. If it came down to it, you could just lay pieces over and see where it's stuck. It's not a big deal. Now we just get to remove the extra. And so you can do this with your finger, with a brush. I like to make sure it is really pressed on to the glue with my finger before I use a brush. I just want to make sure all the glue is covered. Press it down. And you want to use a soft bristled brush, nothing really rough that could, scratch or take off the gold leaf or scratch your painting. This is just a synthetic, I don't know, 1/2 inch. You can use any size. Next, I'm actually going to take the vacuum attachment and just suck up all these pieces. The gold leaf is so fine and fluttery that it's kind of it can be hard to clean up and you can get the little pieces all over. So the vacuum just makes it really easy. This part is fun because you get to see the design clean up and reveal how pretty it looks. Don't worry, I'll turn down the volume so you don't have to listen to this. Lastly, I like to go over with my finger one more time and smooth down the edges. If you look really closely, the edges of the gold leaf sometimes come up a little bit, and I just want it to be completely flush with the painting. So it looks like it's part of it. So I am getting rid of every extra tiny little flake. And if need be, I'll go back over with the vacuum again. Okay, this is a good example. I found a little area where the glue was still thick and wasn't quite dry enough. And so the gold leaf was getting all gooey in that spot when I went over it. So I'm just gonna gently add a little bit more, smooth it out. Okay, I'll go over with the vacuum one more time. And this is the tray with the gold leaf on it. It is finished. I'll wait a little while just to make sure everything's completely dry and set, and then I will pour resin over the top and let that cure for 3 days. If you want to see a video process of how I finish the trays with resin, I will leave that link below as well. I think the metal leafing is so pretty. It just adds a lot to the tray, a lot of sparkle and shine. I hope you liked this video, and I hope it was helpful for you if you are also figuring out how to use gold leaf and silver leaf in your artwork. I would love to hear what projects you are using metal leaf on, and also if you have any other questions that I didn't address in this video, please leave them down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.